Hello, Internet, and welcome to Arena Time here on ShoutStone. I'm Shoutthis, and we are bringing you another season, another run of the Arena, this time featuring Totalbiscuit. And this run is post-patch, so it's actually one of the, I think might be the first post-patch game I've been able to cast on the channel, due to my backlog of pre-patch content. So let's hop into action. We are going to just pick it up right from game one. Now this was I believe this was a Druid deck that TB constructed, so let's see how it fares. Game one right now, it is going to be Malfurion versus Rexxar. Totalbiscuit playing the part of Malfurion, and Ysera playing the part of Rexxar. So, Druids right now, as far as the game goes, I think they're in like kind of an average spot, post-patch and everything like that. So, not really a whole lot to say as we start things off. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about this little arrangement that I have with TB to be able to bring you his games. He's actually going to be in the next season of Arena Time as well. I actually already have that series planned out and ready. So, it's going to be good times. Right now, Hunter player trying to calculate I have no idea. I have no idea why he's just sort of sitting there wasting his time. He has to pass turn, and there it goes, so. Loot Hoarder coming into play. A couple quick points of damage dealt, and now that minion there, as you saw, every turn that it survives, at the end of every turn, it gives +1 HP to a random minion. Friendly minion, mind you. Timberwolf coming into play for the Hunter player. Plays the coin, so he's going to follow up with a Stone Tusk Boar. 2 Stone Tusk Boars, as a matter of fact. So, he's not going to clear out the minions. Interesting choice of action. Now, that's one of the strategies that most newer players have, in kind of ignoring the minions, and that could be a problem. I mean, my strategy for that, boars are a fairly cheap minion. I would have taken out both of the opposing minions, because now TB can take out that wolf at the cost of 1 health. Not even 1 health, because he got the 1 armor from his hero power. And now he's got basically free reign to start taking things out, and now those boars are... Well, one of them's dead, and one of them is a 1/1. And there we go, another health proc for that loot... Loot Hoarder. Jeez. But, see, that's why, you'd want to try to take those minions out of play. Now, granted, the wolf still would have died the next turn if TB played the same way, but now the Hunter player is in a severely back position. Well, not severely, but he's now at the disadvantage because of the play he chose. But we're sitting on a 3-drop moment now, and Ysera has to make a choice here. Gonna do Kill Command for a quick 5 points of damage. It's like the Mind Blast of a Hunter kind of thing. I always appreciate moves that cost very little and deal significant amounts of damage. Alright, so taking out the boar is probably a good move, just to get the beast off the field. And he could also put that Cult Master into play. But that's really about it. He has that, he can do that. He has that Mark of Nature. I don't know if he'll want to burn it on one of these minions, though. Maybe save it till maybe the mid or late game if it gets that far. Actually, no, he's going to put the Mark of Nature into play. Give the extra HP, so he has a taunt minion in effect, and he is going to clear that boar off the field. So, a pretty smart move, in my opinion, to clear that boar off the field, because he knew he would get that health back anyway. It keeps beasts off the field, so now the Hunter player, if he has any more cards that are buffed by the presence of beasts, he has to play another one. But instead he's going to put a Tauren Warrior out on the field. God, I am so sorry. Yeah, Tauren Warrior going out on the field. Taunt and Enrage. He doesn't have anything that will take it out in one shot at this point. He is at the point where he could put the... let me just take a look here. I'm just trying to kind of evaluate what cards we're looking at on the other side of the table. Yeah, he has that Venture Company Mercenary that could go into play. It might be a little early for that. I mean, he's going to put the Druid of the Claw into play to take out that Tauren Warrior. So, great removal play by Totalbiscuit to start this thing off. And that's precisely the way you kind of want to play this game in general, especially in Arena, because, you know, Arena decks, it's very difficult to have any kind of synergy in your deck because you're picking cards at random. So, any synergy you try to have generally won't work. Alright, Venture Company Venture Company Mercenary going into effect for Ysera. Now, TB has to make a choice as to how he wants to try and take it out. Now, he could drop a couple of minions to take it out of play. He's actually going to put that Cult Master in. Could sacrifice... Yeah, he's going to sacrifice that Loot Hoarder. That's going to give him a card draw off of its death and a card draw off of the Cult Master. And he's going to sacrifice that Druid to finish it off and get another card draw. So, sitting on 2, he's just going to take it out. Is he going to play his Hero Power? No, he's actually going to play that Argent Squire instead. Buff it up a little bit, so now it's a 1/2 minion with a Divine Shield. I always like that minion a lot. I think I may have said that in a previous video, but I'm a big fan of that minion. Just the fact that it's, you know, a 1/1 minion with a Divine Shield basically makes it a 1/2, essentially, or a 1 infinity kind of minion until that shield's removed. And for one mana, I mean, you can't beat it. It's a really versatile and useful kind of early game minion to put in your deck. Or to pick for Arena, as a matter of fact. As we are here on Arena time. It's the way we should treat it, right? Alright, so the Hunter player is kind of looking at... I think he's looking at his options right now. I mean, he's basically... Any direct damage he has, aside from spells and his hero power, have to be focused on that 2/5 minion with Taunt. He's going to drop Nightblade into effect, which will deal 3 damage to the opposing hero. And that's all he can do. So, a lot of options now. I mean, we are at the 7-drop point of the game, at least for TB, so he's got a lot of potential options here. This could be a good point to play that Venture Company Mercenary, get a really strong minion on the field. After, of course, if he wants to put that Elven Archer into play, that's one option. Then play the Venture Company Mercenary. That was a smart play there, so he was able to take things out. Now he still has a lot of mana left. And he can deal 4 damage with that Cult Master. But he's going to put Hogger into play. Now it's going to generate a Knoll. And the Cult Master is going to get buffed up a little bit. So TB is in a dominating position at this point. He has a strong minion presence, strong card presence, slight health advantage, a secret put into play. No real indication of what it could be. Raid Leader coming in. He looks like he's going to try and play a spell on Hogger, and he's going to silence Hogger, so that's going to stop the flow of Knolls. Probably not a huge deal, though. I mean, I certainly wouldn't think it was a huge deal. We are actually looking at game-ending damage, but we don't know what that secret is. So I think that's the hook that we're in right now. I mean, TB has game-ending damage on the field right now. He's going to test to see if it's Snipe, I think. Puts a bear form out. It is not Snipe. Alright, so it's probably Explosive Trap. I mean, I guess it could be Snake Trap, but you don't really see that too much in Arena. I'm going to guess it's Explosive Trap, which would take out a lot of what TB has on the field. But it wouldn't be the end of the world. he may want to take out some of those minions first. Maybe take out that Iron Beak Owl with the Elven Archer. And then could sacrifice that taunt. Oh, he's going to give the Rage to everything, so that'll buff things up significantly. And yep, he's going to proc the Seeker. It's going to be Explosive Trap, just like we thought. But thanks to that buff, only a handful of things, well, most of the things die. But a lot of card draws are coming now, due to the minions dying. Alright, still coming. There we go. And that is it, GG. So, some pretty excellent play there. A really great example of kind of playing off of the opponent's decision making and lack thereof, I guess, in some cases. But I think a pretty awesome example of a really good game, and that sets TB off for a pretty solid start here. So that is going to do it for this episode of Arena Time. I will be back on Wednesday with Part 2, and we'll be back tomorrow with more regular Hearthstone action. Don't forget that you can find me on Facebook and on Twitter. I have the links in the description below. You can also subscribe to this channel for daily updates when my videos go live. And like the video, leave a comment. Again, I do read every comment that goes up. But once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.